any people out there watching the streaming, I just wanted to welcome you to Shabbat services, Shabbat Shalom. We're not quite starting yet, but we will be starting up in a few minutes. So sit tight, and we'll start up soon. Thank you. Hello, Shabbat Shalom.
Hi.
Hi.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We'll be starting up in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. How you doing, Lois?
Good.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. How are you? Good, good. Good to see you, Joni. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the newsletter looked really nice, actually. Lois did a very nice job. Oh, we're streaming also right now. It's not quite 7:30 yet. I spoke to everyone who was joined online a few minutes ago, but we may have had some other folks who joined online. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you're joining us online, we haven't quite started yet, but we'll be starting up soon. Welcome to Shabbat services, everyone. That was a question yes, Jason's starting the stream in the morning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too. We'll wait a few minutes.
I know that she will
There's nobody on YouTube yet. She just told me. And 2 on Facebook. So,
So we've got 3, 4, 5. We got 5, 6 now. 7. Because we're right at 7:30 now. So I'll wait a few more minutes. I'll wait a few more. I'll wait a few more minutes. Right, you know. Hello, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. We'll be starting up soon. I know I keep saying we'll be starting up soon, and soon will come. I promise. Soon will come soon. I know we're at 7:30, but we're still waiting for some folks to come in as people are coming in and things are getting ready. So there'll be a few more minutes, and then we'll get started. I hope everybody's doing well today. I know we've had a little bit of really, really cold weather, and now it's started to warm up. It always just amazes me. Here in Florida, we don't really get used to the weather. Our bodies never get used to it. When we get a big cold snap, it doesn't stay cold, and then we go back over to warm. And so I know some of my friends up north, they like to laugh at me a little bit because I don't handle the cold as well as they do. But in the summertime, I get to laugh at them because they have these heat alerts when it's only 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So anyway, we all live in different places, and so we have a good time with those conversations. But welcome to Shabbat services. We're Congregation Beth Am. If this is your first time joining us, either here in person or online, welcome. And please be sure to introduce yourself to some of the folks in the congregation. If you're here in person and you're new, or if you're online and you're new, please email out and reach out to someone so that we can get to know you better. We'd love to get to know you better. We'll start up here in a few minutes. Hi, Sheila. Good to see you.
Hi,
Shabbat Shalom.
see you as well.
Thank you.
It's been a long time.
I know. I missed your anniversary party, but I heard it was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, so I'm sorry you couldn't come.
Yeah. Hi, Morris. Shabbat Shalom. We haven't quite gotten started yet. We'll be starting up in a few minutes. Good to see you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. We're right here at 7:34. I think we'll go ahead and start up at 7:35. People are taking their seat, and we've almost got folks situated, and hopefully you're here situated in here and online. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim Am. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to services. We're congregation Beth Am, and we're glad to see you here. We're glad to see you here with us in person, and we're glad to see you here online. If you're just joining us and you're new, please make sure that you talk with someone sometime during services or after services so that we can get to know you better if you're here in person. And if you're new and you're here online, then please reach out to someone via email and let us know you. We'd like to get to know you, and hopefully one day soon in the future, we'll all be here together in person. And until then, we're very happy to have you, whether you're here in person or online. Please turn to page 8 for Hine Matov. Page 8 in the Siddur. And for those of you, thank you. And for those of you who haven't been here when I've played the violin at services, if you know any songs that I'm playing while I'm playing, please feel free to sing. I have a hard time singing while I play, but I love for you to sing, and I love to hear it. And besides, then if you sing, you drown out any small mistakes that I might make, and I do make some occasionally. So that was Hine Matov. And please turn to page 16 in your Siddur. And please join me for Shalom Aleichem. I'm going to play, but feel free to sing. I would love to hear your wonderful voices here on this Shabbat evening. turn to page 38 for Lahadodi. Page 38. Oh, is it 34 right in your book? Sorry, I have it on 38 in mine. Well, turn to whichever page you have Lahadodi on. I'm sorry, did we skip something?
No, it's okay.
Sorry, I might be doing a few things different than.
It's fine.
Okay, all right. Please join me. We'll do the first, second, and last verse, and then on the last verse, we'll all stand up to greet the Shabbat bride. We'll face the entrance. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zakor b'ribor echad, Hishmianu el chamuchad, L'Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shemo teferet v'lila. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lekrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, Ki mekor habracha, Merosh mekedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'mashvachatila. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. And please stand, and we'll turn to the next page for the last verse. Boi v'shalom ateret bagla, V'am b'simcha uv'schola, Toch emunei am segula, Boi chala, Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please turn to page 122 for a heritage of memories. May the memories which we cherish and lovingly now recall inspire us so to live, that we too may bequeath a heritage of precious memories to those whom we shall leave behind. In tribute to our departed, may we enrich the lives we touch. May we share and preserve the faith which our mourners will now affirm as they rise to sanctify God's name in the hallowed words of the Kaddish. Kaddish will be on page 124. And today, as a congregation, we are saying Kaddish for Florence Goldfarb, mother of Marcia Rosen. And do we have any other people we are saying Kaddish for today? Feel free to call the person's name out if you're here and you have someone you are saying Kaddish for, or if there is someone who may have died during this last week. Yitgadal, Yikadash, Shemerava, Lerma, Divra, Chirute, Vialmik Machute, Bachaichon, Uviamechon, Uchavied, Dechol, Bet Yisrael, Bagala, Visman, Kariv, Vimru, Amen. Yeheshme, Rabba, Mevrak, Lealom, Umeomaya, Yet Barak, Vishtabak, Vitraar, Vitraman, Vitnase, Vitazar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemir Kudasha, Brichu, Leila Mirkol Shirata, Tushbechata Venechemata, Damiran Velma Vimvru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, Vahaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Vimrumav, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. And I didn't do this before Kaddish, but if anyone who was saying Kaddish for a loved one wanted to say a little something about their loved one that they're remembering today, I'd like to give some space at this time for them to do that if anyone chooses to do so.
I'm just saying Kaddish for my mother. She's dead now, I think.
I can't hear you. Can you talk louder?
But I still see her every day when I look in the mirror, when I'm making my chicken soup.
Oh, what a nice memory.
Wonderful person and wonderful cook, and I just remember her always.
Yeah, what a nice memory. What a nice memory. Okay, page 50. Please join me on page 50, and please stand for the Baruch Hu. Page 50, sorry. I don't think I'm the best at calling out page numbers. Maybe you guys will have to help me a little bit. Baruch Hu et Adonai Havara. Baruch Adonai Havara le'olam va'ed. Praised are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings on the dusk of evening. Your wisdom opens the gates of dawn. Your understanding regulates time and seasons. The stars above follow their appointed rounds. In response to your divine will, you create day and night. You alternate darkness and light. You remove the day and bring on the night. You separate one from the other. We call you Lord of heavenly hosts. You are our living God. May you rule over us as you rule over nature. Praised are you, O Lord, who brings on the evening dusk. You may be seated. And we'll turn to page 52 for Avad Olam. Avad Olam Bet Yisrael Ahavta Torah mitzvot Tzukim mishpatim Otanu lemahadetza Al ken Adonai Eloheinu V'shoshbenu uvkumeinu Nasiya bahukecha V'nisma b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem yayenu ve'orek yameinu Uv'hem negeh yomam v'layla V'ahavat hal tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. With everlasting love, you love the house of Israel, teaching us your Torah is mitzvot, laws, and judgments. Therefore, when we lie down and when we rise up, we shall speak of your commandments and rejoice forever in your Torah and in your mitzvot, for they are our life, the length of our days. On them we will meditate day and night. May your love never depart from us. Praised are you, O Lord, bestower of love upon your people, Israel. Page 54. For the Shema.
Please rise, face the east.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol lefacha, u'b'chol nefshecha, u'b'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levecha. V'shinatam levanecha v'debarta bam, v'shiftacha b'vetecha, u'vleftecha v'derek, u'ksharvacha u'vkumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha. V'hayu letofet ben enecha, u'ktavtam al mezot betecha, u'visharecha. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. You shall take to heart these words which I command you this day. You shall teach them diligently to your children, speaking of them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down at night and when you rise up in the morning. You shall bind them as a sign upon your arm, and they shall be a reminder above your eyes. You shall inscribe them on the doorposts of your homes and on your gates. You may sit down, and we'll do Mika Mocha next on page 60. Please join me responsively in the English on page 61, and then we'll move over to the Hebrew. True and certain it is that there is one God incomparable, and that we, the household of Israel, are God's people.
It is God who redeemed us from mighty times, delivering us from slavery unto freedom.
Great are the things which God has done, with wonders which are without number.
Delivering our ancestors from Egyptian bondage, inspiring hope and faith in every generation.
May God continue to protect our people and guard all humankind from disaster.
When the children of Israel beheld God's might, they gave thanks and praise to the divine name.
They accepted God's sovereignty willingly and sang in joyous thanksgiving.
Moses and the children of Israel proclaimed great exaltation.
Join me. Mika moka b'elem Adonai, Mika moka nedar b'kodesh, Nora tzahilot osef ele, Mahutecha ra'u v'necha, Bokei ayam lifnei, Moshe ze li anu v'amru, Adonai yimlo le'alaham va'ed, V'ne'emar kefar Adonai ad Yaakov, alo mikya kazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Israel. And page 62, we'll do a little bit of Hashkivenu. I always like to include this when I do services, and some people do and some people don't, but I just feel especially at this time with all that's going on in the world, and you know, there are several things going on in the world. I mean, we've got COVID going on in the world, but that's not the only thing going on in the world. I mean, we have some other things that are going on, you know, a little bit of a bit of a rise in anti-Semitism and all sorts of things, and I don't know, a lot of us are feeling an extra need for a prayer for protection these days, and so I like to always include a little bit of Hashkivenu. So, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Please join me in the English on page 62 to lie down in peace. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and protect us with your love as we sleep. Lighten our burdens and soften our hurts. Restore our bodies and refresh our souls. May we rest secure and untroubled and arise with confidence to the challenges of a new day. O guardian of Israel, who neither slumbers nor sleeps, shelter us and our people in your tabernacle of peace. And I know I don't quite do as good a job as Cantor Magda Fishman, who sometimes if we're doing Zoom services, then I play her music. But the sentiment is still there, and I hope we will all be protected, not only tonight, but all the nights of the week from today all the way to next Shabbat. Amen. Please stand for Vishamru. This will be on page 64. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat l'doratam barit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat l'doratam barit olam. B'nei Uvein, b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, vishamru, b'nei Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, l'doratam barit olam. Ki shet yamin asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat l'doratam barit olam. Uvav yom hashvi shavat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat l'doratam barit olam. Morris, I love hearing your wonderful voice. I always like it when you sing. Your voice just is beautiful. Please don't be afraid to sing out tonight. I need your help. All of your help with the singing. You may be seated. We're going to do the Hatzi Kaddish next, which is on page 66. Sorry, sometimes I miss all the you may be seated, so help is always appreciated from anyone here. Let's see, Hatzi Kaddish. To take my glasses off here. The words are a little small on this page for me. Yekada Shemei Rabba, Nerma Divrach Yirutevi Almek Mahutze, Bechaychon Uv Yomehon, Uvav Yedecho Bet Yisrael, Bahagala, Uvizman Kariv, Rimaru, Amen. Yehishme Rabba Mevora, Le'olam Me'omaya, Itbarak, Yibarak Vishabak, Vidrar, Vidraman, Vidnase, Vitazar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemir Kudashabrihu, Leila, Mirkol Birchata, Vashirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Damil Ran Belma, Vimaru, Amen. We'll turn to page 69. And we'll go ahead and stand for the Amidah. We will read through to page 78, and you may read through to that page or say the prayers that are in your heart this evening. And when you are finished saying either the prayers that are in your heart or reading through to page 78, you may please be seated when you're finished. Yose Shalom Bimmerma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'himru, Amen. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Amen. Page 74, Shalom Rolf. Please turn to the back cover, and we will say the prayer for those people who are ill and the hopes for their recovery. So we'll go ahead and start the prayer, and then in the middle we'll stop and read the list of people we're praying for as a congregation, and then we'll go ahead and take names for any other people that you all have that were not listed. Please join me. Misheberak avotenu mikor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. As a congregation, we are saying prayers for Shelley Ackman, Steve Ashheim, Mona Bakov, Mildred Baumstein, Teresa Calla, Emilia Cooley, Audrey Dash, Bruce Dash, Gordon Feinberg, Miriam Feingold, Bunny Graham, John Higgins, Donald Ingram, Alan Jacobs, Rita Kindle, Norman Levine, Steve Lifshin, Sandy Minkin, Dom Salfi, Loretta Scher, Harlene Schreck, Leslie Schulsinger, Izzy Sigmund, Saul Stein, Bill Thompson, Peter Teitelbaum, Nancy Town, Herb Weissman, Katharina Williams, Liebel Ben Margolit, Liebe Shlomit Rachel Bat Margolit, Fivel Shlomo Ben Devora, Yisrael Ben Ethel, and Avraham Ben Binyamin. At this time, if you have other names, or if you happened to notice that I called a name and mispronounced it too terribly, and you would like to say the name again, feel free at this time. Morris?
Norm Levin.
Norm Levin. Okay. Sheila?
Judy Ayers and Rodney Real.
Judy Ayers and Rodney Real. Thank you. Yes, Jeff? Thank you, Jeff. Any others? Yes? Marcy Williams, okay. Any other names that we need to add to the list? I think I'll add Drew Wartenberg. Mishe Berak Yemotenu Mikor habracha le'ahavotzeinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And hopefully a speedy recovery for all of those folks, and good prayers for their physicians and caregivers. Okay, I think it's time for Kiddush. Did anybody bring any wine of their own? No? Okay, well, I brought a little bit if you'd like to do that with me, and then when you get home you can drink some. Or if you prefer, we can skip it, but I think we all enjoy hearing it, and we'll bless the wine, and then you can have some when you get home. Sound good? Or if you are at home. Oh, I forgot that we have many people who are at home online. Hello, I didn't mean to forget you. You may be sitting there with your glass of wine. So we can go ahead and do Kiddush. And let me open mine up here and clean off my hands just a little bit. If anybody has brought their own, that's great. Please stand up. It's traditional that we stand up for this blessing. So we're going to bless our beverages here. And if you don't have one with you, please hold up a pretend beverage. Our mind can do wonderful things. It's here if we think it is. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Barei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'avav ratzon hinkelanu, zikaron lamaseh v'reshit, ki hu yom tehillah למקרא הקודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat. Amen. Chaim. Under the mask it goes. Okay. And my understanding is once you say the blessing, you are we are obligated to then drink the wine. So that means that all of you have to go home if you're here without wine, and drink wine when you get home. And if you're at home, right, then hopefully you had your glass with you, and if not, perhaps after services. So let's go ahead and turn to page 93 in the book. I kind of really like this meditation on peace for tonight. I think we really need to focus on peace in our world. That's what I keep thinking about this week. And so please join me on the bottom of page 93. And I need to take the glasses off here to read this. May it be your will, O God, that all war and bloodshed cease, and that a great and wondrous peace come to the world. May nation not lift up sword against nation. May they learn war no more. May all the inhabitants of the world recognize that we were not created for conflict, rivalry, hatred, jealousy, or killing, but rather that we were created in order to acknowledge you and praise you for all time. Have compassion upon us and fulfill for us the promises of Scripture. I will bring peace to the land, and you will lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will remove every evil beast from the land, and the sword shall not pass over your land. Justice shall flow like water, and righteousness like a mighty stream. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Page 112. You know, I have to figure out why I insist upon having this microphone up so high when I'm so short. Let me try to move this down a little bit. Maybe I don't have to be on my toes when I read. We'll try it this way. Let's see. Yes, Kaddish Shalem, page 112. Yitkadal Yikadash Merabah. Be'alma divrach Chirute, be'almek machute, be'chaichon of yomechon, de'chaete kol bed Yisrael, b'galav yizman karev emaru. Amen. Yehesh me'rav amevorach, le'alam u'me'amaya, yitbarak, yitbarak v'ishtabak v'tar v'traman v'naseh, v'tadzar v'taleh v'talal shemer kudasha, b'richu, le'lam yirkol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechem atada minran me'ama v'emaru. Amen. Tidkabal slotchon uvrachchon dechol Yisrael kodam uvchon de vishmayim ve'emaru. Amen. Yehesh lamarava mishamayim v'haim aleinu v'yokol Yisrael ve'emaru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimrumav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yokol Yisrael ve'emaru. Amen. And on page 118, please join me for Aleinu. And yes, we stand for Aleinu. I'm sorry. Aleinu l'shavei al Adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kikorat sod, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורר עלינו ככל חמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתקבים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה לארץ, ומשב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושלינה תוזו, בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אינו, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, V'yata yom v'hashavota elevacha, ki Adonai hua Elohim, b'shamayim imal, v'haaretz mitak enod. Okay, nekavara. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed, l'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech ol chol ha'aretz, vayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Please turn to page 124 for our Mourner's Kaddish the second time. And for those of you wondering why we do it 2 times, this has come up. This question has come up a little bit in the past. Our congregation does it twice because people aren't always able to make it to a Saturday morning service, and there's that obligation to say Kaddish there. And so this way, if you don't make it to the Saturday morning service, which we certainly hope you will make it to the Saturday morning service, but if you don't, then you have already said the Kaddish that you would have said there again this evening. And so at this time, if you are saying Kaddish for a loved one, please stand for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal, Yitkadash, Shemerabah. Dilma tivrach hirutevi al megmachute, b'chaichon v'yomechon, v'avyed echol bet Yisrael, v'agala v'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevrak le'olam ume omaya, et barak v'ishtavak v'rar v'raman v'itnaseh, v'tadzar v'taleh v'talal shemedi kudisha b'richu, le'la mir kol berchata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechemata, Damiran belma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shamayim, v'haim aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'imru, amen. You may be seated. Ordinarily, this might be where we put announcements, but I'm going to go ahead and have those announcements at the very, very end. So we'll shift those to the end. But we will go ahead and turn to page 400 in your book to end with Ein Eloheinu. Sheila, I know that's the one you like, isn't it? I know that. I saw you here today, so we're going to do Ein Eloheinu. I have to actually, I don't have to turn to it in my book because I'm playing the violin for it, so I don't have to read it. All right. And please sing while you're listening. That helps me greatly if you do that. I miss a verse on the violin? Amen. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you here tonight. And we have announcements coming up next. I'm going to clear my things off the podium here so that the announcement person can come up. But Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're so happy to see you here with us tonight.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for those attending in person and live streaming at home. It's nice that you can join and help us make a minyan. Please join us again tomorrow morning. Services start at 9:30. Lynn, thank you so much for leading us in service tonight. It was beautiful, and of course, your violin playing is always beautiful.
Thank you.
Please join us next weekend, Friday evening and Saturday morning. Rabbi Barnett will be back in town leading us in services, and on Sunday, we have our big Super Bowl party. It'll start at 6 p.m. at the home of Lisa and Eric Alpert. Please RSVP, I think, by either this Sunday or Monday, and please plan to attend. Speaking of which, we only have 5 squares left on our board, so please call the synagogue if you want to buy one of the last 5 squares. Then on March 4th, please mark your calendars. We'll be having our next Havurah at the home of Lois Smith, who's here tonight. Please RSVP and plan to join. Our Havurahs are always well attended and always very nice experience. Shabbat Shalom.
What about Sunday afternoon?
Oh, yes. Sunday afternoon here from 2 to 3:30, we've been lucky enough to get some home testing kits for COVID. So if you want, you can come by and get each person, 1 per car. You can get, or 1 per couple. And you can pick up a kit between 2 and 3:30. We will also be handing out your year-end statements at that time if you come. Otherwise, you can come to services, or we'll have another time when we'll be able to hand them out. But please, if you want to get a home kit for testing, come by this Sunday afternoon here to church. It'll be in a parking lot between 2 and 3:30. Shabbat Shalom.
I also want to add one more announcement. We're building our adult education program, and if any of you would like to participate in that, what I'd like to do is have every member of the congregation be a participant in that. So if you have anything that you would like to bring, a special story from your life that you could bring to others, or something that you know that you could teach, Spanish, American Sign Language, or something on the religious side. It can be religious, it can be not religious. Let's build a good adult education program together. So feel free to contact me and let me know what it is that you'd like to be on the list for. It doesn't obligate you to anything, just to let me know what you might like to participate with. That can come later. But I'd love it if we'd all participate in that. So feel free to contact me, because I'm your new VP of Education, and we're going to build our education programs. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Does anyone else have any other announcements that they know of? Great. Thank you all for coming tonight. Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.